bro, he just on a different level, dog. He just on a different level.
I mean, he's been this way obviously the past what damn near what 3 seasons. And again, I continue to ask you the same thing over and over and over. Most of the time, when it comes to players that's playing like this, especially at the level he's playing at, you could already see it early.
So Shannon Sharpe just delivered one of the most devastating takedowns of a franchise decision in recent memory, and he's absolutely right. The Clippers trading Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to get Paul George and Kawhi Leonard might be the worst trade in NBA history. We're breaking down why this haunts LA every single night.
Everybody wants to be villainous until the brooms come out. And then the dust settles, and you realize who the villain is.
That villain line hits different when you realize Phoenix just got swept by a 25-year-old who's playing like prime Kobe. Dillon Brooks talked all that trash in the regular season, but playoff basketball exposes everything. The real villains are the ones who fold when elimination looms.
Oh, he gave it with John. He's special, bro. I got him winning MVP again this year. I know they ain't announced it yet. I don't know what the hell they waiting on.
He's not wrong about the MVP either. Shai averaged 30.1 points, 5.5 rebounds, 6.2 assists this season while leading OKC to the #1 seed. Jokic won it, but Shai's playoff dominance proves he's operating on a completely different level than anyone expected.
He gets the goddamn OKC and he goddamn all world.
Well,
that makes no sense. When you saw Kobe Bryant coming out of high school, Kobe Bryant looked like, you know what, he finna be one of the best in the world. Ain't like goddamn Shai all of a sudden hit a goddamn switch and turned into what he turned in. They had to have seen that.
I think they knew he had talent, Ocho, but they didn't see this. Considering the fact that
Doc Rivers fighting against that trade tells you everything. When your own head coach is begging you not to move a player, that's the ultimate red flag. Front offices get seduced by star power and ignore their basketball people. That decision destroyed the Clippers' future.
Doc Rivers, I seen Doc Rivers do an interview. He was a head coach. I think he was a head coach at the time, and he said he didn't want to trade Shai. He didn't. He said he's seen it. He's seen how special he was.
Right. And
he had a hard time, really wanting to trade Shai. He really didn't want to do it. But I know for sure, bro, they didn't see this. I mean, he's averaging 30 points over the past 3 seasons, bro. No. And don't look like he gonna taper down no time soon.
The problem that you ran into is that you keep Shai, and if Kawhi, LeBron,
the Lakers' pressure was real, but smart franchises don't panic. San Antonio kept Tim Duncan and built around him instead of chasing every superstar. The Clippers could have developed Shai while staying competitive, but desperation made them mortgage everything for 2 injury-prone stars.
Yeah, they're going to win.
Exactly. So he says, if you don't get me Paul George, I'm going to sign with the Lakers.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow is a free agent.
Yeah.
I'll sign back with you, Cincinnati. But if you don't get me Chase, if you don't re-sign Chase, I'm leaving. What do you think they're going to do? Even if JSN and Puka are performing, let's just say, well, we really want to take Puka Nacua. We want to draft JSN. What you think they're going to do?
Player leverage destroys rational decision-making. When Kawhi threatens to join your crosstown rivals, logic goes out the window. The Clippers were so terrified of staying irrelevant that they gave up a generational talent and 7 years of draft picks. Pure organizational panic.
Into it, they're already second-class citizen.
Yeah.
Now you're already in the basement. You Igor. You got LeBron. You got Kawhi, you got Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
You got Shai. It ain't gonna work. LA is about winners. See, that's why the Clippers it's hard for the Clippers to draw. The Lakers, the
LA celebrity culture creates impossible pressure. The Clippers needed marquee names to compete for attention with the Lakers' Hollywood mystique. But sustainable success beats flashy acquisitions every time. OKC built a championship contender while the Clippers bought expensive disappointment.
The Laker game is sitting courtside, so when you paying, you see me.
Yeah.
They like going to red carpets. They like eating. That's why they don't get the Rams. I can't see who's sitting at the Rams game, Ocho.
Yeah.
I need to be front and center.
Yeah.
They didn't really have a choice. The problem is, Ocho, is that not only did they but they took everything.
OKC didn't just get Shai, they received 5 first-round picks and 4 pick swaps. They've used those assets to build around Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, and now they're getting another lottery pick this year. The Clippers are still paying for that desperation move.
The entire roster. And guess what? They still get the Clippers pick this year, and the Clippers are in the lottery.
It's crazy.
Hey, and while y'all talking, they could be a top 5 pick.
The Lakers' win now gamble worked because LeBron and AD actually won a championship. The Clippers got 0 titles, constant injuries, and playoff disappointments. When you trade the future for aging stars, you better win immediately or you're stuck in basketball purgatory.
But when you get a veteran presence, same thing with LeBron. What they do? They waited a year. And then Ingram left, and then because I got to have AD. I got to win. I got this guy right now. How many years he got? I don't know. But he win now mode. Win now mode don't give you a chance to develop.
And think.
What did the Rams say, Ocho? F them picks.
Yeah, F them picks.
Hey. And when you think about it,
the Rams comparison is perfect because they actually won a Super Bowl after trading picks. Their F them pick strategy paid off with a championship parade. The Clippers got the same philosophy with none of the success, just expensive mediocrity and wasted years.
I got you.
Now remember, Russ was already gone. Remember?
Yeah.
So now Paul don't want to be there. Hey, get me up out of here too.
Yeah. They got all them picks.
So many picks. That's what killed them. It was the picks that they gave.
Those picks keep coming like monthly reminders of organizational failure. OKC owns the Clippers' 2024 and 2026 first rounders, plus they can swap in 2025. Every lottery night, Steve Ballmer watches his mistakes get compounded while Sam Presti builds a dynasty.
More picks. They still got more picks and second round picks. It's but look, I thought Portland can't play. Not Portland, excuse me. The Suns.
Phoenix scoring 119 points with 4 players over 20 and still losing by double digits shows Shai's impact. Elite players don't just put up numbers. They elevate everyone around them and impose their will when it matters most. That's championship level leadership.
Sink in. Dylan Brooks played out of his mind. Even Book had a phenomenal game. Who was it? Gillespie, give me the score yesterday from Phoenix and the OKC Thunder.
Yeah, Gillespie had 20, 7 for 12. Booker 24, 8 for 16. Dylan Brooks had 23, 10 for 19.
Those Phoenix numbers prove OKC's dominance isn't luck. When the opposing team shoots 53% and still gets blown out, you're witnessing systematic superiority. Shai's supporting cast, built with those Clippers picks, turned a good scorer into an unstoppable championship engine.
You shot 36% from the 3. You let them shoot 50% from the 3.
Hey.
And you had 4 guys, but they had a guy with 22, a guy with 31, a guy with 24, and a guy with 18. And then they came off the bench with 2 guys that had double figures.
Yeah.
Hartenstein and Holmgren's chemistry shows how those trade assets created perfect roster construction. The Clippers gave OKC the picks to build around Shai's timeline. Now they've got elite defense, spacing, and depth, everything a championship team needs.
They took Hartenstein out the lineup.
Yes.
I'm like, damn, why you taking 2 bigs out? Like, I think they play so great off each other because they're both 2 totally different players. They got 2 totally, you know what I'm saying? They're not the same. Hartenstein's a hustle guy, who can pass, play, make. Obviously, he got a nice touch around the basket.
That bench depth came from smart asset management and culture building. Caruso, Wallace, and Isaiah Joe all chose OKC because they see a winning foundation. Meanwhile, the Clippers can barely attract veterans because everyone knows they're capped out with aging stars.
Posts, middies, and at the cup. So they always talk about the foul baiting. That's just how he plays, bro. He just a hard player to guard. And he always got them dudes in the hucklebuck out there. Hey.
Joe, we got to have a conversation at some point in time about Book now.
What happened? What happened?
We'll have to have a conversation, Joe. You know what that conversation is.
And I don't
Remember
even.
in the bubble, they went 8-0 in the bubble. They said, okay, and they didn't make the playoffs.
Devin Booker's playoff struggles highlight what makes Shai special. Both are elite scorers, but only one elevates his game when elimination looms. That $309 million extension looks brutal when you're getting swept in the first round, while Shai dominates conference semifinals.
What we gonna do? I think what he got, $263 million coming over the next 4 years.
Ooh, that's nasty.
Well,
Hey,
at some point in time, we got to have a healthy discussion. What we gonna do, Joe?
Look, I ain't even mad at the discussion we got to have because it's a team out there who I wouldn't mind seeing them go to. And they're in the Eastern Conference. They could use him right about now.
You talking about Detroit?
Yes,
The market values proven playoff performers differently than regular season stars. Shai's postseason dominance makes him worth every penny of a max deal, while Booker's constant early exits make that massive contract look like an albatross weighing down Phoenix's future.
Don't you mention his name. Don't you mention his name, Joe.
That's what I'm saying. They need some scoring, So I don't know. Phoenix could. They could. I mean, you know, I'm sure there'll be some teams calling.
Jalen Duren, he might need to be in an assisted living facility because he's been pooping and wetting the bed these last week. We got to put the pins on him, Joe.
Jalen Duren's playoff collapse shows why young players need time to develop, unless you're Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Most 22-year-olds crumble under playoff pressure. Elite talents like Shai thrive in these moments from day one, which the Clippers completely missed.
Yeah. 20 and 10, Joe. What's he averaging right now in the postseason? Now, this is what he gave me in the regular season, Joe. 20 and 10.
Okay. He was a monster in the regular season.
Yeah.
What's he averaging? He probably not even averaging 10 points a game.
He had 12 yesterday.
What about them games he had 8 and 6, though?
10 and 8.
He's averaging 10 points and 8 rebounds. So half as many points and 2 fewer rebounds.
Woo!
He played basketball like old people have said.
Duren dropping from 20 and 10 to 10 and 8 in the playoffs exposes the difference between regular season numbers and championship medal. While he's shrinking under pressure, Shai's averaging career highs in the postseason. That's what separates franchise players from role players.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Ain't no way they're winning 3 games, Joe.
Them people from Detroit, they ain't like, bro, they blue collar, bro. They don't play that.
Detroit's getting swept because they lack a true franchise cornerstone like Shai. OKC's success shows what happens when you build around genuine star power instead of hoping role players can carry playoff series. The Clippers had that foundation and threw it away for fool's gold.